starting the recording. We have just a few slides left, guys.
So if you just turn this to us and just do the work.
Okay, this is another situation where they're just going to give you, it's some kind of a log situation. They give you the equation. You've got to figure out how to use it. One measure of the diversity of the species in an ecological community is modeled by this formula. That's a wonderful formula. Where P sub 1, P sub 2, all the way up to P sub n are the proportions of a sample that belong to each of n species found in the sample. I honestly don't have a clue what measure of diversity really means. I have no idea, but I can still work this problem. Okay? Find the measure of diversity in a community with two species where there are 90 of one species and 10 of the other. Okay, so as I look around this room, I see 9 females. That could be one species, if you will. Okay? 8 males.
Wait, there's 8?
Okay?
Oh, counting you.
Counting myself.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, when you're doing this problem, it says we're talking about proportions of a sample. How many of us are there?
9 plus 8.
There's 17 of us.
didn't hear the first
Okay.
one. I was winging it.
Of this group, we have 9 17ths female and 8 17ths male, right? So when you do problems like this, you're going to get 1. You better get 1. So what are the proportions for this situation?
9 over 1.
90 over 100 and 10 over 100. Unless you want them simplified.
That's correct.
You do want them
No,
simplified?
no. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so population 1, we have 90 over 100, which is the same thing as
9.
9 over
Nine.
100.
9.
9 over 10 or 0.9. Population 2 for this problem, we
10
have
over 100.
10 over
10 over 100 or
110 some more, 0.1.
0.1. Okay? And that adds up to 1, right? So we're good to go. Now we're going to use this formula. H, which is the diversity of the species, which, I don't know, ask some science teacher what that even means. I don't know. So H equals negative, bracket, P1,
which is 0.9.
0.9 log base 2 of 0.9 plus
0.1.
0.1
Log.
log base 2,
And then 0.1.
0.1.
Do we repeat
What's
it?
the that?
Is
Okay.
it the P1 log?
So what if you had a zoo and you've got you've got a lot of different kinds of species in the zoo, right? This problem only has 2 species. This room only has 2
okay.
species, right? So we're going to stop there. So what this is saying is it depends on how many species you have. It's just going to keep on going. Okay? All right. What's the answer?
Bless you.
You sound like you're being tortured.
That's a good idea.
What? Make people sneeze for torture?
You said it on me.
Haha, funny. I forgot how good the base.
Math, go up 3 to A.
Oh, where did it take me?
Okay, wait.
Oh, man.
What is this?
Pronoun, different class.
No,
No, this is a pronoun.
this.
Yeah.
Sure, what was it,
0.9.
2?
Yeah.
And then what was the other part? 0.9.
Yeah, I'm struggling, I'm sorry.
Wait, I didn't get 0.9.
That wasn't the answer.
One.
Oh.
Okay, good.
That's P1.
Oh.
Okay, so we've got negative. Don't ever use a bracket in the calculator, just change it to a parenthesis. 0.9 math up, enter,
Oh, I did it wrong.
base 2 of 0.9. That's the first part, right? Get out of the parenthesis.
Yeah,
Plus. 0.1
Wait, what?
math alpha A base 2
Oh, I forgot to put the plus on it.
of 0.1.
Enter,
Get out of there.
0.4.
Close the
6,
parenthesis.
8, 9.
Good.
I
Math up
A.
to A.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Up to A.
Did not occur to me that
Up, A.
close the parentheses on the line.
Okay?
What?
I got 4, 6, something.
So H equals is about 0.4690. 47, whatever. Okay, it didn't say where to round it to.
Now always tell me to round, and then I don't round.
Okay, wait a minute.
And again, I don't even know what that means. Most of you will type that in. Did you get typed in?
It'll work.
You know how to do it. What did you do? Oh. I don't know why you have a close parenthesis there.
0.9.
Or what you missed.
Bam, bam.
Yeah, see, it's, that close should not be there.
Why is it plus?
Wait, I closed all of my parentheses.
I just don't know how to do it.
Good job,
Is this
girl.
right?
Oh. I got that.
What'd you get?
Oh, I cleared it, but I got
0.7, that's not right.
No, you messed up on the parentheses.
How do you get the log base 2?
I got that same answer the first time.
Wait, is it
It is.
okay if
No,
we
you
like
can't
put the
mind.
brackets
They are
too?
the
So
exact
we can
same.
just close up everything?
Do what?
Is it okay if we put the brackets too? Because I just closed up all the
You didn't use
parentheses.
brackets, you used braces.
Same thing.
Another difference.
They're the same thing, this calculator.
The thing to be
Brackets.
careful with is every time you do a log, it automatically opens a parenthesis. So you need to make sure you close it. If you forget to close it, that might present a problem.
Mine
Every
closed
time you
it.
do a log, it opens a parenthesis. Make sure you close it. Okay, so just pay attention. Don't get in a hurry. Don't just be typing and not looking at what's happening on the screen.
Wait, should we close the ones
Okay.
before?
You should close the ones that automatically get opened.
But is it okay if we close like the 0.9 and the 0.1 before log?
There's no benefit in that.
Okay.
I like to practice WYSIWYG. So,
Wait,
I just
Busy,
zero.
wait, what? What you say?
What you say is what you see. Is what you
what
get.
you see is what you get. I try to make it look like what I wrote down, except changing brackets and parentheses.
Species diversity, I don't know what it is.
WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG.
Dude, I can see y'all's reflection on my table.
Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere traps heat from the sun. The additional solar radiation trapped by carbon dioxide is radiative forcing. It's measured in watts per square meter. In 86, the Swedish dude modeled radiative force R caused by additional atmospheric carbon dioxide using. Okay, great. There's our equation. Yay, got an equation. C naught, or C sub 0 is the pre-industrial amount of carbon dioxide. C is the current carbon dioxide. K is a constant. The guy determined that K is between 10 and 16 when C equals to C naught. That's just the background in a problem.
That makes sense.
Okay? Here's the question. Maybe. So there's the equation. It says let C equal 2C naught. Which means what are we going to do to the C?
C naught.
C naught.
We're going to plug that into place, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All it asks is the relationship between R and K linear or logarithmic? Okay. So I'm going to write that equation. In place of C, I'm going to put this. Can you simplify that at all?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Well, you can
You
cancel
can
out the
cancel out the
CSOs,
CSOs.
and there's a 1 in front of that CO, so it's 2 over 1, but
Two.
it simplifies out to 2.
Okay. Don't say anything. Look at it and think about it for just a moment. The question says, is this relationship between R and K, is this relationship linear, or is this relationship logarithmic? Okay? Let you think for a second. There are 16 of you in here. I want to see 16 answers.
Different ones?
Hopefully only 2. Okay? If you think this is linear, raise your hand.
I can see the disappointment.
You're raising your hand?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
If you think this is logarithmic, raise your hand. Up high, so I can count.
Not 16 answers.
That's 14. If you think this is linear, raise your hand. Up high.
Can we choose both?
2 of you said nothing.
Can we choose both?
I mean, technically I raised it the first time, but it's not very long.
Okay,
I have no clue.
let's try this. Let's just pretend this is y. Okay, and let's pretend this is x. Type in your calculator. Graph it. Go to y equals, graph it.
What's the ln?
It's the button, it's the button right there.
It's a linear.
So
Wow.
funny. Linear.
So who's one person who didn't say
Well,
So,
Okay.
You always some disappointment.
Now, what's the natural log of 2? What's the natural log of 2?
ln
6, 9.
It's a number,
3.
right? This number does not change. Am I taking the natural log of a variable?
No.
No. I'm taking the natural log of a number, which is a number. If I was taking the natural log of a variable, then it's logarithmic. But this is just a constant. This is basically the same thing as y equals mx. The slope is natural log of 2. It's a specific value. This is linear.
So if the 2 wasn't there, it would be logarithmic.
Do what?
If the 2 wasn't there, it would be logarithmic.
If the 2 wasn't there, that's nice. If the 2 wasn't there, we have a problem.
Oh, well,
Because you can't just have, you gotta take the natural log of something.
But how do
Nice
you make it logarithmic? Or how, like,
Make that a variable.
oh.
Okay? That's logarithmic. Because 6 is a constant, logarithm of x is not, and this is not gonna be a line. This is logarithmic. Here, I'm taking the log of a number, which is a constant. This won't change. So this is a number that doesn't change times a constant. So this is basically the constant rate of change. Okay?
You know, in like Adventure Time, when he says like
I just
algebra,
kept my hand up.
that's what it reminds me every time.
I would have asked you to defend yourself.
I was because of LN looks like linear.
Because Ln looks linear.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's like
The average global temperature increase T in Fahrenheit is given by T of R is equal to 1.03 R. Write T as a function of K, and this is super easy.
I suck.
So do we just flip
Is it literally just T, K, L, and
Where is T?
Huh?
T of R.
Here's another
Oh,
one. Here's another one. Here's one too, but it's not that important. Oh, there's another one.
There's the one on top, says temperature.
There's one above.
They're all over the place.
color me.
I want to write T as a function of K, which means I want to write T as a function of K.
What?
Right? That's what it means.
Huh?
T is a function of K.
Hmm.
Okay?
So it'll be R equal.
What's K?
Okay,
K is
One.
Ln over. What?
Okay, let me ask you this. What's R?
T. K.
K,
I
ln,
don't know.
C over C.
There you go. Done.
That's it?
What?
I did what it asked.
Wait, what's that letter that's right there?
Okay, there's, wait, could you put a parentheses around the K natural log, say of C, or C naught?
You want to do this? I don't care. Look, what is this?
R,
R. What is this?
R.
But how did you know 1.3 was?
Because it says so right there. See, I took this equation and I changed the R to make it a function of K. I can't plug in.
How did? But where did you find like? How did you connect the 1.3? It's not connecting, right?
It's right there. It's multiplied by the R. I don't understand your question.
How?
Don't question it. It makes sense eventually.
Yeah.
Just keep looking at both of the equations.
I changed R to this. There's no R in here. The only variable here now is the K.
But the 1.3 is TR. It's not TK.
No, T of R is 1.0 R. Or I can replace, I'm replacing R with R.
The TK is not 1.3.
But it
I
says
know.
to write it as a function of K, that's why the K
That's
is
what it
the
says
same
here.
R.
I'm just gonna.
Finally.
Are we actually done this time?
Okay. Tomorrow I'll start with 4, 5, and Friday you'll be working. Okay?
What's too hard?
Is it you that keeps starting this class?
actually,
She really confronted you.
well, that's mainly in bunches. First,
What's
Fourth.
today, the 21st?
no, freaking Nick does them all the time in first grade.
Hey, get busy.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry,
That was so satisfying.